Hi, I'm Tanya here with TMG Industrial. I'm here with Avram, his new purchase of the sewer jetter machine. How are you enjoying it, and how is it come useful to you?
I've been enjoying it. It's an excellent tool to have in the tool belt. What I do mostly is property maintenance. I take care of different apartment buildings located around Vancouver and White Rock. And because of that, we get blocked pipes coming up quite frequently. Frequently enough that the company's decided to invest in our own sewer jetter. And we've decided to go with TMG on that. And I couldn't be happier to have the product in my van, because it's a tool that can help us out, and it has saved me a few times. Definitely don't want that call late at night that your sink's not working. So I'm happy to be able to come and be properly equipped to deal with those calls and deal with those challenges. When we were purchasing a sewer jetter, the important facts we were looking for is it needed to have a high pressure. So this is a max working pressure of 3,600 PSI, which is right where we want to be. And it has a 4.5 gallon per minute flow rate, which is very important for carrying away the debris after you clean it. It's also got a 14 horsepower Kohler powered engine, which is excellent to have a name brand engine running the jetter. So we actually found it online, and we were looking at the competition's jetters. So Rigid is the main name, and we liked your price point on it quite a bit. So we actually ran down the day we looked at it online. We went down to your warehouse in Richmond, and we decided to purchase it. And you guys were kind enough to put it in the van on a forklift. It was crated up quite nicely, and yeah, we got it here, took it all apart, and got it working. So I haven't had any issues, any complaints so far with any service.
I think this is more true to the actual cost. It's just a pressure washer with a hose. It's not a complicated product by any means.
So I'll take it around the back. What I really appreciate about your machine is that the reel comes off. We have 3 different nozzles. Each one in the manual you guys provided has a different use. So one is really good for cleaning the pipe. It doesn't provide any forward cleaning. You also have one that's meant for blockages. So if you've got a blockage and everything's piled up behind it, you can send a jetter in. It has a jet pointing straight forward. This is the one that's just for general cleaning. And you can see there's 4 holes and there's none on the forward. So this is just driving it into the pipe. So that'd be really good if you already have the blockage clear and you want to get the hose really deep in there. And then this one is also a cleaning one. It's a little bit more aggressive because it's pointed. So you can actually jam it into the blockage and it'll actually eat in that way, but there's no jet forward. Oh. And the advantage of that is that you get all of the power backwards, right? Because the problem with this one is it kind of counteracts itself. It's working against itself. Because it's a fine balance between pushing it into the pipe. Running it like this, you get a good idea of what's going on. The 3 backwards is pushing the hose into the pipe. And the 1 forward is attacking the blockage. And like I said, you have, and that you don't want to do when the machine's running, because that would cut you. And so this one has a different head on it, so you can see what that. So it's a much wider pitch, and there's none shooting forward. And since it's wider, it's focusing more of the pressure on the pipe wall rather than pushing it into the pipe. Cool. So each one has a different purpose. Oops, sorry. So now we can go inside. And so you got your hose on a reel. You always stick it into the pipe first. Well, it's not on right now. When this is up, it's off. Now I have to go inside, turn the machine on, and then you'll see it work.
Could you explain to us what you're doing here?
So basically at this point, everything's set up. We got water heading to the machine. We got our hose hooked up to our reel, which is, the machine is outside right now, and the reel is inside, which is very convenient for inside environments like this. At this point, we got our hose in the pipe. It's currently off right now, so I can take the hose out of the pipe just perfectly fine. We can swap the head if we need to. And at this point, this is about cleaning. So you can run the hose in, you can pull it out, kind of jab it in and out, because sometimes there are difficult spots to get through in the reel. Giving it a good twist can also help get it past obstacles, because the hose can be curled up and into the side of the pipe. And by twisting it, you can kind of help it relax and find its way down the pipe. Because at this point, even though we have all the fancy machinery, it just comes down to a little bit of manpower to get it through there, and also a little bit of ingenuity. So actually yesterday I cleaned this out. That's why we see the stain on the ground. This pipe was 100% full to the brim with clay. That's why we can see the clay on the ground here. So this machine worked wonders on that to get it out. In the past, cleaning without this machine, I've done snaking with water and having to vacuum that out. This just takes all of that pain and hassle out. So I tried for about an hour or two with my snake, my normal setup, and it took about 10 minutes with this thing. So it is a fabulous tool to have. It does require some knowledge and some setup. I might swap the head over because it doesn't want to go down with the cleaning head. We don't want to use the pressure of this thing to get it going until it's in the pipe a good way, because the water could come back and hit you, and we don't want to find out what this does to human skin. If it can clear out grease and clay out of the pipe in about 5 or 10 minutes, I don't want it touching my skin. So making sure it's all the way in there. So once you get it in and you're in a good ways, you basically just want to work the jetter in and out in a cleaning fashion like you would anything. You can see we're getting in there pretty good, and I don't have to do much. I just have to guide it, and the pipe and the pressure will push the jetter deeper into the pipe. So that's one of the main advantages of this. And if you find across any obstruction or something that's in the way, we can give the line a twist. We can pull up on it and jerk. So at that point, that's just experience, wisdom using the machine, and knowing what you're feeling in the pipe and how it translates to what you need to do to get past the blockage. And of course, an inspection camera to go along with this helps a lot, but you definitely don't need it. It's just an extra. So. You want to make sure that you turn the jetter off before you pull it out of the pipe. So if you're ever worried, you can stop, turn it off, grab the pipe, pull it out. You see, I had plenty of extra in there. So stop, be cautious, don't get yourself hurt or cut. If we want squeaky clean, brand new pipe, then you need to go in with an inspection camera as well. Work the inspection camera, because you don't know if it's clean yet, right? I can't see into the pipe unless I get my camera in there. So I know that the blockage is clear. We got water flowing down the pipe. I can put the garden hose right on that, and it'll take everything the garden hose will output. So that's what in plumbing they call it establishing flow. So the flow has been established. As to the cleanliness and how likely it is to back up again, that's dependent on you and your conversation with the client, how far you want to go.